So for question number 1, okay, we have an ionic compound containing magnesium and hydroxide. Okay, so this will simply be magnesium hydroxide. No capital letters. Okay, hang on. All right, and then for number 2, we've got a molecular compound containing silicone and nitrogen. So this is going to be disilicone trinitride. No capital letters on these guys. If they got capitals, they're not right. Hey, and then on number 3, we've got cobalt with oxygen, so that's going to be an ionic compound, but cobalt has more than one possible charge, so this is going to need a Roman numeral. We have to figure out which one, okay? Every oxygen's a -2, right, Felix? And there are 3 of them. That means there are a total of 6 negative charges, so cobalt has to be a +3 charge to balance that. This is cobalt 3 oxide. Okay, 1 mark each for those, provided they have no capital letters. All right, number 4. We've got copper 1 sulfate. Okay, so we have an ionic compound that also has a Roman numeral in it. Okay, so we've got Cu is copper, and they told us from the Roman numeral this is the copper with the 1+ charge. Okay, sulfate is a polyatomic ion, SO4, and it has a -2 charge. So when we drop and swap, the 1 will go here, and the 2 will go here, and that will be our formula, Cu2SO4. You don't need brackets because there's no number outside of the brackets for sulfate. All right, questions on that one? Okay, for number 5, we've got oxygen monosulfide. So that's 1 oxygen and 1 sulfur. Done. And lastly, we have hydrogen phosphate. Okay, so hydrogen is H+, and in this case, because it's first, it's acting as a metal. And it's with phosphate, which is PO4 and has a -3 charge, right? Yeah? Okay, so when we drop and swap, we're going to get H3 PO4. 1 mark for that one. Okay, then we have some solubility questions. A solid produced in a reaction that will not dissolve is called a precipitate. Okay, 1 mark for that. Any substance that will dissolve another substance is a solvent. Okay, a substance that is dissolving is a solute. Okay, when water forms hydrogen bonds with itself, okay, we call this process cohesion. Okay, and I made sure I put 1 word there so you didn't say hydrogen bonding, which obviously it's in the question, but I've had people try that. Okay, all right, cohesion. For the compounds below, use your solubility chart to indicate whether they are soluble or not soluble. Okay, so we have first off magnesium nitrate. Well, all nitrates are soluble, so that one's soluble. Okay, then we have mercury sulfate. Okay, and even though on our solubility chart it shows Hg2, it's still mercury. Okay, down there in the second row there for sulfate. Okay, that one is not soluble. All right, we have sodium phosphate. Okay, so if we look up phosphate, it says it is soluble with NH4, okay, and group 1 ions. You know what? We didn't go over that. Cross that one off. Okay. I didn't tell you. Well, I think you. Somebody asked what group 1 was, but I didn't make a big deal out of it, and I should have because it's on your periodic table here. Okay. So group 1 ions, guys, means anything in the first column of the periodic table on the left-hand side. Okay. So that's lithium, sodium, potassium, all of those. Okay. So if it says group 1 ions, it's soluble with everything in that first column. Okay. From here on out, I should have made a bigger deal out of that yesterday. D is lithium fluoride, okay, and lithium is not soluble with fluorine according to your periodic table. or sorry, your solubility chart. So not soluble there. So this is not going to be out of 14. It's going to be out of 13, okay, because I took that one off of there. So mark out of 13 at the top. Let him see it. And then I'd like him in a neat pile in front of Megan, please.